Pearce, Baltimore at Cincinnati, 44.5 right now is the total in the DK Sportsbook. Baltimore currently on the outside of the playoffs looking in here. This could be their season.
Yeah, I think their season's already over, but I'll take the over. This seems like they just AFC North games every week. They're going to just give them a 43 or 44 for every single game. It doesn't matter who's playing. And I think this one is wrong. Baltimore's defense has struggled all season. They're going to stop the run, that's fine, but the secondary in Baltimore was weak to begin the season, and now they've got the injuries. They like to play man-to-man. They like to press and be aggressive on the line of scrimmage. They just don't have the personnel for that. And when they did have the personnel for that, they still struggled against Cincinnati. They allowed 400 yards passing to Burrow, 41 points. That's a bad spot for Baltimore. Cincinnati's defense, they surprised some people, but they're not as good as we thought they were, or some people thought they were, but they're not also that bad, but they're just an average defense, and I don't think that they're going to completely shut down Baltimore. Baltimore's offense has looked fine all season. Points will happen in this game.
You think points will happen in this game, Geoff?
I do. I'm pretty much on the exact same page. You've got, like Pearce said, just an average Cincinnati defense, and we saw what Baltimore's offense really hasn't been the issue most of the year. Yeah, they can be hit or miss with the passing game, but generally, if the other team is putting up points, they'll be happy to get in shootouts. They did it, early in the year a couple times. They did it against Minnesota. They did it last week against Green Bay, where you saw this offense can move the ball and score really quickly. And I think on the other side of the ball, this is where you really like the over, because I think Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, I think these guys are going to have a monster day. I mean, I think that since he could put up 35 plus points here, because what Baltimore is putting out in the secondary right now, I mean, Pearce talked about, male plus model sizes or whatever. I don't know who they're dragging in into the secondary in Baltimore right now. This team is going to get shredded. And at 44.5, it's just too low. So, yeah, I definitely like the over in the spot right now.
All right, speaking of male model, Steven, over or under 44.5? Thanks for
honestly, that was the segue I was really hoping for, and you came through in the clutch. Here's the only worry that I have about the over here. I fear that because Baltimore is in the position that they are, maybe they rush Lamar Jackson back too early, and that's where the offense for the Baltimore Ravens crumbles. Because quite frankly, their offense has looked better with Huntley under center as of late than it has with Lamar Jackson. If we're being honest, and we sit back and say, who gives the Ravens the best chance to win right now? It's not Lamar Jackson. And if he's not able to use his legs to run, Jackson kind of becomes a one-dimensional quarterback, and he wasn't exactly, one of the better prospects in the league because of his passing. It was because we can do with his legs. So if they rush back Lamar Jackson, I think this game's going under, because I don't think Baltimore's going to get anything going offensively. So I'm going to side with the under this one. It's going to be gross. It's going to be sweaty, but, that's how this NFL season's gone all along.
I honestly don't think we have any Baltimore Raven fans watching this show after what Pearce and I have been saying last month, and then now Steve saying Lamar Jackson isn't even the best quarterback on the team. Sorry, Baltimore Raven fans, we're just spitting truth here. I mean, we're only dealt with the hands we get.
Yep, and that's coming from Santa Ulrich there. Pearce was saying that Baltimore's season was over after week one.